Yep, we're ready.
Well, if you would, please stand and say the pledge with us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty. Retha, did you get a chance to look over the minutes of the October 28th meeting?
Yes, sir. I make a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
Retha with the motion, I'll make the second. All in favor? Claims and allowances.
Make a motion to approve the claims and allowances.
Motion by Retha, second by myself. All in favor? All righty. Scott. You got something here for the highway bids? I guess you guys went through them and.
We did. Yeah. After me and Dave had talked, and the only bid that I'd really like to reject would be one on concrete box culverts. I think we might be able to get a better price elsewhere. But from my standpoint, everything other than that looked good.
David, how will we go about that? Accepting all bids except for,
Yeah, just motion to accept all bids except the name of
The civil con, I believe.
the civil con.
Civil Con on the concrete box covers.
Make a motion to approve the highway bids, except for the, accept. Okay. For, I'm sorry, what was it?
Accept all highway bids presented except the one from Civil Con.
Civil Con on the concrete box culverts.
So easy to say, Retha.
I know.
I'm gonna second that. All in favor? Aye.
It's just been a long week and it's only Wednesday.
Well, David had me confused.
It's my job.
That's right, that's right.
What else you got?
We possibly have a new guy hired. Obviously, I don't want to say a name yet. We're looking at a potential start date of December 1st. Obviously, we're still hunting for help, still hunting for mechanics, still hunting for a driver, so. Know of anybody. As far as equipment, we've got one mower / brush cutter running right now. And obviously the one we're still waiting on parts on till at least January. And as far as trucks, I think we have one dump truck down right now.
All right. Anybody else have, well, we got a contract you want us to look at, right?
Yes, we do. They're from USI to discuss.
Yeah, we might as well get this while Scott's here. He might not hang around, so.
Sure, so this is a financial commitment letter, that will,
Not really one copy.
All right.
it's for your highway improvement, highway safety improvement program grant application, that goes in with that. This is a commitment stating the county's, portion of the project, which is 10,000 on there. It is the same as any other federal aid. It's a reimbursable program. This is a 90-10, so this is your 10% match. And this is for the assigned inventory.
You've got a place to pull that out of?
Yeah, but
Okay, make a motion to approve the Indiana Department of Transportation, federal funding application. The commitment letter.
Is that all you need with USI?
Signature and
All right, Retha with the motion. I'll make the second. All in favor? Aye. We need to both sign this.
Okay,
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
Taro, you got anything else? You're Josh?
No, at this time, not until the public meeting, unless you want to open that up now.
Oh, we'll go ahead and run through our other, you have to have a public meeting?
Yeah, for the comprehensive plan review.
It was advertised,
I believe Jessica
yeah,
was gonna advertise it.
so, yeah, so I would say finish your business meeting and then
Okay,
open the public meeting.
all right then. Nobody else is here with anything. You have anything? David?
Health Department, Julia, presented me with a generalized food establishment, food establishment inspection, ordinance that they offered to all counties in the state. I looked it over, and of course, I couldn't resist making some changes. And Julia, approved them. So have that for you, for the commissioners to, I sent that to you. I'm sure you read it. So, it's your pleasure if you want to adopt it or not.
Yeah, I actually did look it over. Make a motion to approve the Martin County, food establishment bed and breakfast for the health department, supervision and inspection ordinance.
That's a motion by Retha, second by myself. All in favor? Aye. How many copies do you need?
Mm,
2?
do,
Who, you have,
We've got mine and hers.
okay.
Thank you.
I see that Julia put together a fee list for the health department. I had been encouraging her to do that and I would ask the commissioners to approve that list at this time, because there's the fees for the food inspections are included on that, so. We would have to advertise that ordinance.
okay. Make a motion to improve the Martin County Health Department price list for services.
I'll second that. All in favor? Aye. Want us to sign our name on the bottom one of them?
No, you just
Okay.
show it approved.
All right.
That's all I have for y'all this evening.
No word on our bridge?
No, sir. Scott has been talking to, the force and to the state on, Brickyard Bridge, but, so we'll have something to report on that pretty soon.
Okay.
No, that's all I have.
Did you get our email for the, to look into the loan about the repayment of the money?
Got contacts out to see.
Okay.
See what kind of responses I can get.
All right. Thank you.
Figured we'd be talking about that during our
Yeah.
attack also.
Michelle?
Few things here, at least important, but it's on the agenda. Rhonda asked me to see if we could close the courthouse, December 11th for our annual Christmas dinner, for employees. German American Bank is, thankfully, providing the meal that day, so we've historically closed for, from 11 to 1 is what we're asking to see. That would be okay.
We need to make a motion.
Yeah.
Make a motion to close the courthouse on December 11th from 11 to 1, for the employee dinner.
That's a motion by Retha, second by myself. All in favor? Aye.
No, let's see. I just wanted to ask if, the custodian, Missy had asked about bringing Centos in to replace the rugs monthly, bi-monthly. She asked to see if you guys would be interested in that. She said they're starting to wear and she's unable to clean them. Besides vacuuming and spot cleaning. So I said I would ask you guys. I know that's something we've not done in the past. Let's see what you thought about that.
Could we get any less than the 5-year?
Yeah, I can ask. That's doable. Yeah, I thought that was probably
Yeah,
too long myself too.
I think I mean, I'll speak for myself only, but I would be interested in doing something probably more monthly. If we can get the years down a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I'll find out the best, what
Yeah.
the best they can do.
We'll just table that for now.
Next, concerning financial institution tax and commercial vehicle excise tax. July 1st, the Indiana laws changed, where historically we've gotten this money, you know, as a county. And most of the units, get at least the commercial vehicle excise tax also, so I have to distribute that to them, but as the county, we have put it in the general fund, Cume Bridge, reassessment, health, and Cume Cap based on their tax rates. So it's divided up based rates, but now the laws changed that it goes into general fund unless the commissioners decide otherwise. So I'm asking if you want to decide otherwise, if you want to leave as it has been, or it's about perceive it for the year, 31,000, so we'll get about 15,000 twice a year.
So this is 15 here on the back page split up.
Yeah, so that's what comes in the spring and the fall each time. So I mean, the general fund needs it, but then also these departments probably will say they need it also, so.
But I know Cume Bridge does, cause need everything we can get there.
Yeah, it's like $1,000 in spring and in fall for Cume Bridge, and
It's not much, but it's reassessment, I'm sure Carol,
again, health department.
yeah.
It seemed to be working the way it was, right?
Yeah. I mean, I do understand, the reason they've probably done it is because of the way the taxes are gonna work out, but. What would you think, David?
That's your pleasure. I guess we'll need to do it right. If you don't just deposit it in the general fund, then we will have to do an ordinance breaking it down, correct?
Well, they said it could be ordinance, resolution, or just noted in the minutes. So I was gonna go the easy route and note it in the minutes.
Say let's document it.
Okay,
If the commissioners, based on what they decide.
I mean, my opinion is if it was working in the past, just leave it the way it is.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it.
okay.
Are those percentages or dollar amounts that
It's based on tax rate, so, yeah, percentages.
you can give me those percentages and I'll put it together for you.
Okay,
So Retha made the motion that we continue as we are. I'll second it. All in favor? Aye.
next, we're contacted by SRI to see if we want to do commissioner sale. In the beginning of March is when sale would actually be, but we'd have to start beginning of December with the advertisements and things. So I'm trying to see if that would be something you were interested in. I don't we believe we've done one for 4 or 5 years before I got here. Maybe more than that. the properties are,
May I?
Yeah,
Looking them over,
you're probably headed the same direction I was, but
I would recommend that the commissioners consider the ones along the roads, just consider that right away and just retain those. So that would leave 2 tracks, which are on page 2 of your,
mhm.
um. So
I think I've kind of heard those are questionable as to they exist, aren't they?
I think it's always been questionable whether those,
That's
any
why
of them
they haven't
existed.
sold, yeah.
Yeah. But
I just wasn't sure if it had to go through commissioners for them to, I didn't
Yeah.
know the process.
yeah, they would have to initiate them.
Or to even make it right away, I guess is what I meant. I didn't know the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah, just, yeah, declare those to be right away. Where the roads those are. And then the other 2 tracks. There appear to be. South of the. South of the Jug Rock area, aren't they?
Well, actually, the one looks like it's probably about,
They're right across the bridge,
yeah,
both of them.
the one's just really just right across the bridge. And then the other one's over there on maybe West River Road area.
Yeah, they're like a parcel away, like there's
Yeah.
that one and then there's the other one.
We need to probably run that past our friends in the surveyors
There it
office.
is, there's the other one,
Oh, that's the other one?
yeah. They're aware of it. Surveyor thought, I think, at one time, he thought it could even be right away for the bridge at one time. But I really have not heard any more about what he thought we should do with it.
Is this one right here, a quarter of an acre?
I believe so. Yeah. Elevate.
What did the surveyor's office say?
Well, this was last year. I haven't talked to him this year about it. So I mean, you guys can table it if you want and then get back with him. Cause I believe he was gonna look into it. That was last year. And I didn't really hear what he thought it was.
Is that
Actually.
the river right behind that?
That's what I'm,
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Looks like that's the river right there.
yeah.
It is, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's have them.
.32.
Which one's that?
That biggest one.
The biggest one right beside the river.
ESP,
Yeah.
somebody, was owned by TSP.
I mean, that's almost enough that it should show up somewhere. That other one, it doesn't look like it'll be.
The other one looks like it's where my Pickett's garden used to be.
We'll just have them check into that thing before we, I don't believe that's gonna be enough to look for a commissioner sale anyhow, though. Not too little,
Mm-mm.
but I do like, how do we go about doing that as just county right away?
Let me figure out a way. I
Okay.
think we just confirm that with the surveyor too, and then just declare that to be
Yes,
county right away adjoining whatever roads those are.
sounds good.
Next, I was asked, by Diana Ragsdale, I think with the Shoals Beautification Board, I believe. Um, they are looking to purchase potting soil. Um, I think they're getting it on a sale price, but they're needing somewhere to store that. They asked about the recycling center. I didn't know how fast things were progressing over there
I mean, what are they talking just for,
till the spring probably, unless you guys needed, if they could store there part of the time, then they could find somewhere to move it.
I missed, where did you?
Recycling center.
our building, we're getting ready to. We're still waiting on our bids to come in.
Well, we gotta get the RFP published. I just wanted to make sure I got my specs
Sure.
straight.
When are they expecting this in?
I don't know that. I don't know that they purchased yet, but
I seen her out tonight. I guess they're getting ready to take the fall ones out
Mhm.
for Christmas. They were out working tonight.
Town of Shoals doesn't have someplace.
what I know of, they were gonna store in the old JC building, but that's not an option anymore, so. But I don't,
I'd say get a date, come back, see what we think.
I would recommend you not commit that building.
I mean, once we get our AFPs and our bids, I mean, we'll move on that fairly quick,
okay,
I would think.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to just have them get it in there for 2 weeks and we have to move it out.
mm-hmm,
We ain't got anywhere over to highway, do we, Scott?
Don't have any ring right now.
hmm,
And I think our gravel shed's full. We wouldn't want to be responsible anyhow
no,
over there. I mean. Have them see what they can figure out,
okay,
I would say.
And maybe we can just, maybe something else will pop in on one of our heads.
Yeah. Find out how much it is, how much they're getting to.
yeah,
I might be able to help them out somewhere.
okay. Hmm. Believe that is all I have.
They're probably looking for somewhere they can unload it with a forklift or something.
Yeah, I think it was a pallet, she said. Mhm. Yeah, pallet.
Reach.
I was thinking somewhere over there. We've got a building over there also, Farm Bureau does.
Yeah.
That wasn't creepy at all, Monty. You know that, Monty?
I'm sorry?
I said that wasn't creepy at all.
Don't spoil my mood, Paul.
Oh, you got at least 25 minutes still be in a good mood. What else?
That's all I have.
Anybody else have anything before we close this meeting and move on to
You wanna adjourn the meeting,
adjourn the business portion?
adjourn the business portion, open the public hearing, and then you'll need to reopen the business meeting to approve the comprehensive plan, right? That's what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay,
All right,
formalities.
no. That's what we will do. Rutha made that
So
motion.
moved.
Make a motion to close this
So
meeting.
moved.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah, come on up.
you're now open the public hearing on the
Yes.
comprehensive.
We're gonna open the public hearing on the Martin County Comprehensive Plan.
Here's the board, you guys can scan the QR code if you wanna follow along with the plan.
No, we're reading it to them.
One of the same.
Thank you, maybe just look close out of that.
You're a lot of hours in this thing.
All right, so. This is the plan that you guys saw earlier in the year. And. I kind of want to highlight a few of the chapters and we'll start off with the orange sticky tab first. This is the plan summary. This kind of outlines the different sections through the plan. What kind of encompasses the different sections, gives you some of the pages. It kind of gives you that outline as to what the plan is, and why this process was undertaken. This has been a year's worth of time, and we kind of outlined some of the process, from project kickoff to collecting the data, public survey, different things like that. So this kind of helps to set why we undertook the plan, and kind of what is included in that. I believe you guys have seen a bit of this, but since then, we've made some changes, kind of refined some things, so. I think the main thing is just, it might look a little different. The pink tab is the demographics, and I think you guys have already kind of looked through demographics. It hasn't really changed since the last time. But the demographics is a very big part of what makes a comprehensive plan a comprehensive plan. It helps us to figure out some of the guiding trends, where Martin County is today and where it's going. And helps to really give us the basis for the recommendations kind of later on. Plus, this kind of information is really good for like grants or people who are doing different programs to be able to look back and reference for the grants, various funding sources to show what's going on in the community where Martin County is today. So there's a lot of demographics in there. If you want to go through it on your own time, there are some maps and stuff in there as well, including transportation infrastructure, which also does cover the Mid-States corridor. Just kind of looking at what has been proposed, some of their timelines. And we even include a table, this is page 57. We include a table that looks at some of the strengths and weaknesses of the 4 proposed alternatives that they have put forward. This is just helping to provide some guidance and recommendations to the county based on the things that we have seen and heard. But ultimately, it's up to the community as to what they want to decide, how they want to progress, what they want to advocate. We try and give you guys the information as to what you need. I'll jump ahead because 2 parts that weren't fully fleshed out when we last talked is the visioning and strategy, which is the yellow tab. So this section, it's a little more brief, but this kind of goes through each of the 5 themes that we outlined. So housing development, economic growth and workforce development, quality of life and placemaking, infrastructure and public services, and land use, environment, and rural preservation. And it outlines a vision statement as to, the vision statement was helped by the steering committee. They provided their input, their guidance to create a vision statement as to what is the guiding motivation behind the plan and future recommendations. It also outlines challenges and opportunities based on the things that we heard from the community, based on feedback, based on things that we were seeing, and also some general recommendations for each of those themes. So it's a good place to go to kind of see an overlook as to what went into the goals and action steps later on. Which then feeds into the chapter 5 implementation, which is that green tab. And the implementation is where, we've taken everything that we've figured out beforehand. We have data, public input, we have all of that, and it comes together in the form of goals and action steps. And those goals and action steps are broken into the 5 themes. It's hard to really, take a goal and narrow it down to one specific theme because there's so much overlapping into the different. But we did our best. So, there's goals and action steps for housing development, economic growth, and so on. And Terry's going to talk a little bit about some of the steps for success on, helping to implement these action steps.
So as he alluded to, like with the implementation part, a lot of times when these comp plans get completed, they go on a shelf. They're going hard for about a year or so, and then slowly the actions kind of not get ignored, but maybe go at the wayside because people change positions or life takes over. So this piece of it, we've included, it's an implementation piece. It is totally separate of the comprehensive plan, but it gives you an idea of the steps that the county can take to actually take this plan and get it to the finish line, get the things rolling. It sets a precedence for how you can do subcommittees for each one of those themes that he was talking about, so that it's not overwhelming to the steering committee being the sole source of taking those goals and those action items to hand. So what this does, it opens up an opportunity for other people in the community to get involved more on a detailed level. So like if there's housing, you might want to get somebody that is into development. You might want to get someone, from another community to be a part of that. There's people with the school, a teacher, anything. Because right now the steering committee is made up of those, how many? We've got 11, how many? 13? Yeah. So, what we anticipate could happen and probably be best is for each one of those subcommittees is to have a steering committee member be a part of that and help drive that specific theme, as well as any of those goals and action items. So, one of the other things I wanted to touch on, like for us, the county can obviously do some of this stuff on their own. If they need help from us, of course, we'd be happy to help. But there's some deliverables that we can give to, that we can provide throughout the process. We can help facilitate that as well. A lot of these comp plans, like I said, they tend to be good for about a year and then either administration changes, people move, or it lacks interest anymore because it's so hard to get these goals accomplished. But more importantly, funding is a big part of it. When you go after some of these grant programs, now they're changing, or there's no money for this or no money for that. So your goals and your action items will shift. So that's something that, obviously we can assist with as well. But more importantly, it's about keeping your plan alive and keeping it actionable. you know, I think we've gotten some really great feedback on the plan. You know, obviously, if you guys have any feedback before we actually go to final print. You know, we wanted to give you a good, I guess, a good, go through tonight, see if there's anything we need to fine tune. But honestly, I think with all the feedback we've gotten from the public, from the steering committee, it's a final draft as is now. I mean, it's not a draft anymore, it's final. So, so I guess once we get your blessing on that, it'll be an approved comprehensive plan for the county, which is very exciting. It's very hard for a county to go through this process and get this kind of data and have these actionable plans like this. So you guys have any questions for us?
And I will touch on real quick, at the end of these goals and action steps, there's a goal template. Part of what Tara said was making it actionable and flexible. So providing a goal template allows you guys, if you have a goal that comes up that you want to pursue, to be able to fill that in and, you know, continue moving on. We don't want it to feel like, you know, you're stuck with what you have in there. We want it to feel like it can still live and breathe and shift and change with the times. Also at the
Go ahead.
Also at the very end is the land use map. That's one of the big things behind the comprehensive plan. The last one I think was from 2009, maybe updated 2014. And explaining a little bit, there are not a whole lot of you know, big changes to it. We didn't want to advocate or push for a bunch of residential development out in where there's prime farmland. That's something that we heard a lot of. People want to protect prime farmland and a lot of the natural amenities. We wanted to allow the growth to kind of focus and develop around in the communities, because there is still a lot of developable land within the communities, especially maybe land that's vacant or underutilized. So we wanted to allow the communities to be able to use that land first. And Martin County's role would be helping to support growth within the communities, helping them to you know, address some of the infrastructure problems that they're already facing, and help to make it more financially viable for these communities to support what they already have before continuing to push out into prime farmland, you know, the natural amenities that make Martin County a desirable place to live in. There are some trails and corridors, there's some parks and stuff kind of identified. And we kind of summarized our reasoning behind it on page 137. So it kind of goes into why we are recommending what we are. So if yeah. You have something.
You're glad to hear about those trails, aren't you, Paul?
No, I'm not.
Well, there's a lot of area, like, you know, we know you have a rail bed. It's maybe not being utilized. That might be something future, for, as a touristic opportunity
I
for,
would hope not.
for the county, but, or maybe not. There's, you know, there's, I went and I took some photos throughout the county, not too long ago. And I didn't realize how much natural charm you guys have in the, off the beaten path. So when I got in off to the beaten path, I mean, the sunsets, everything was pretty amazing. So, and I think we've included a lot of this stuff in the plan. Do you guys have any feedback about the plan itself, Monty?
So. I'm still debating whether it's a movie. That's what we are. Paul, if you guys don't see any problems, it'd be great to have you guys go ahead with this, because there's a quality of place grant money coming out of the pipeline the first quarter of the year with Eli Lilly. It's supposedly like $1.9 million that we had a meeting about this morning, and a lot of it follows the criteria in our comprehensive plan, so if it's adopted in place on January 1st, then it really helps us in that angle to try to get some of that grant funding from Lilly. But I think they've done fine with it. We had a great committee that was well diversified. We had farmers, teachers, people from Crane, Mr. Dobbs from Crane was up there, helped us with it, so I don't know if we could have got much better.
That grant fund had to be spent on anything specific
It's targeted towards housing.
towards housing.
Yeah, and the criteria behind it hasn't been given, but we're hoping for infrastructure, which each community needs. In a way. So,
There's also an appendix that goes with this. I have one copy, but it just kind of it takes all the maps and stuff in the plan along with, all of the comments and public feedback, and it just kind of puts it into a document for referencing. So everything that we've done through the processes, including the steering committee meetings, sign-in sheets, material, would all be in the appendix. Surveys, stuff like that. So it will be,
I would encourage you to read the survey feedback from your community.
yeah. And we do have that online, so
Mhm.
we don't have to kill a bunch of trees printing off the appendix. The final plan, there was some feedback that we got today. One was, adding a few historic sites and then community events. So small things, we'll just kind of update some of the language. And then we'll print this final plan off and put it in a spiral bound. We'll make it look nice and we'll deliver that to you guys. So don't worry, it's not gonna be,
Paperclip.
yeah.
Well. Give me that there. You see, that's got some feedback.
Yep. About the first half is the maps shown in the plan and then public feedbacks, where's back.
Were you happy with the response you got back as far as how many responses that people
Oh, yeah,
did? 'Cause
I think it ended up being 355 responses for the initial survey. And then we put out 2 additional surveys later on and got some more feedback from that. So in terms of feedback, I mean, it was great.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Get them the questions that were.
Mhm.
That's the questions that were for the survey.
If you approve this, can the council members each have a copy of it?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. How many physical copies do you want me for us to make up for you guys to have?
19 for this.
You can keep that one, yeah.
No, 3 commissioners and 7 councilmen, so.
Jessica's got all she needs.
Jessica get hers, or
We'll get, yeah, we'll include Jessica too. And you know.
And then probably ought to have 2 or 3 for your office, just to.
Yeah. One in there from the last one, yeah.
We'll also provide it digitally so you guys can have it on the
Oh.
website and stuff like that.
Does it go to the library?
We can send it to the library, yeah.
And how about City of Lagodi, should they get it?
Yeah, we'll have a copy of it, Dave. We've got highlight section in it.
Is the appendix included in the book?
Yes, so if,
I don't know, I wasn't finding it, I didn't know if it's in the email.
On the email, it was a
Okay.
separate link to it, Dave.
yeah, so, on the website, or if you scan the QR code, it'll take you to the plan. But we'll have it online, it'll have the full report, including the appendix, so. Yeah.
It's 334 pages. total,
I
So,
believe our county link would be able to do that also.
um,
On the county website, it's just a goal with it to get it
that is on there.
added on. there.
Okay,
That was part of the teachers and all, them talking about it,
okay.
protecting people.
Need a motion?
you
Yeah.
guys got anything else? We gotta close this, or we can make a motion. Right, David?
I guess you should answer, is there any other public comment?
Any public comment, questions or concerns? Warren? Thank you.
Close the public hearing,
Close the public hearing.
reconvene. The commissioners meeting.
Yeah, thank you, Rita, for that.
You're very welcome.
I'll second it. We were both in favor, so. All right. Well, looks like you did quite a bit of work.
Here's Rick.
Good presentation.
So were you wanting us to, if we were so inclined to do so, pass this tonight?
And a doctor plan, yes.
Do you feel like you're ready to do so?
Yeah, it's a really good presentation and I amended some from previously, but the one previously was nice, so. I included that. Just make a motion to approve the comprehensive plan.
Yeah.
Make a motion to approve the Martin County Comprehensive Plan.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Congratulations.
Thank you for doing all this work.
Well, congratulations to Martin County.
Yes,
He has some passionate people.
This is good for 10 years.
Good for as long as you want it.
As long as you want it going.
It's all right to keep this.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if there's nothing else,
I do have one more thing I forgot.
yes,
I see the claims book.
sure.
We added a claim in that I forgot till just now. That you guys didn't get. We were contacted by DCS, who gives the incentive money for the prosecutor's office, who does 4D work. They get incentive money every quarter. So we received that last week, and then the next day they sent another email, said their calculations were wrong, so they've overpaid 80 out of the 90 counties. And of course, we're one of them. So they've overpaid us $1,626 that they said that they couldn't wait another 2 weeks to get. So we've added that in the claim, so I needed to mention that and get approval, since you guys didn't see that claim, but it is on this claims docket.
okay, just make a motion to amend it.
Mhm.
Make a motion to amend the claims and allowances for the additional appropriation.
And the sum of $1,626 needs to be
Mhm.
sent back to DCS, you say?
Yeah.
I'll second that. All in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Thank you. That was all.
All right, nobody has anything else? Our next meeting will be here Tuesday, November 25th at 5:30.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Rita with the motion, I'll make the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks for coming.